Dear children, in today's class also we are going to continue the same exercise 3.1 second sum. Exercise 3.1 second sum. In the second sum, I am going to explain how to find the nature of the system of equation solution. How to find the nature of solutions. Okay. So in the 3.1 second sum, it was already given us homework, but some of you are asking doubt in this. So I have decided to explain this in this class. So in exercise 3.1 second sum, the first subdivision is x plus 2y minus z is equal to 6 minus 3x minus 2y plus 5z is equal to minus 12, x minus 2z is equal to 3. Three equations are given. You are asked to find the nature of the solution. Nature of solution may be a infinite one or a unique one or no solution. Here what type of solution will come, let us see. So I have decided to take the first two equations because in these two equations y variable is 2. So I have taken the first and second equation and eliminated y. After eliminating y, we got the fourth equation, that is minus 2x plus 4z is equal to minus 6. All these terms can be divided by minus 2. So I have divided that by minus 2 and simplified the equation, and now we get the equation x minus 2z is equal to 3 is the fourth equation. So I have taken the first 1 and 2 and eliminating y. After eliminating y, I got one equation that can be simplified. So all these three terms are divided by 2. So I divided them by minus 2 to change the x sign. I divided by minus 2 and brought the fourth equation. Now here look at the third and fourth equation are in the same variable x and z. So we will take them and solve them in step 2. In step 2, third equation and fourth equation I have written as it is. No change is required because both the equations have the same variables. So everything will be cancelled when we subtract the fourth equation from the third one. When everyone will be cancelled, we got 0 is equal to 0. I think you can remember that already I told you that if it comes as 0 equal to 0, it is an identity. If it is an identity, then the system of equation has infinite number of solutions. If it comes as identity as 0 equal to 0, identity means both the sides are same. Identity means both the sides are same. So it comes as an identity. So the answer is the system of equations has infinite number of solutions. The second sum, second subdivision. Here look at the first equation. It is not given in the correct format. It is given as 2y plus z is equal to 3 of minus x plus 1. So we have to change it. So multiply these two terms by 3. It becomes minus 3x plus 3. Then bring the variable to the right LHS, constant to the RHS. So 3x minus 3x will come here as the plus 3x. 3x plus 2y plus z is equal to 3. This is the first equation which is the correct linear equation form. Now the second equation, what is given in the book, minus x plus 3y minus z is equal to minus 4. And third equation is given as 3x plus 2y plus z is equal to minus 1 by 2. The constant is given as a fraction. So take the denominator to the side. It is in the division form. It comes here in the multiplication form. So all these three terms should be multiplied by 2. Keep it in mind, here the constant is in the form of a fraction. So take the denominator to LHS. In the RHS it is in the divisional form. It comes here as a multiplication form. Multiply all these three terms by 2. So it becomes 6x plus 4y plus 2z is equal to minus 1, the third equation. So now we derived the three equations. Now to find what is the nature of the solution, we will take first and third equation. You may think that why I not go with first and 2, why I should selected 1 and 3 means, in first and third equation, if you multiply the first equation by 2, all the terms will come with same coefficient. So take the first and third equation. Some of the sums will come like that. As we are finding the nature of solution, no need to do all the pairs, no need to eliminate all the pairs. Here we have to, we can finish it in one step also. So 1 and 3, the equation 1 and 3, multiply the first equation by 2. First equation was 3x plus 2y plus z is equal to 3. So when you multiply it by 2, it becomes 6x plus 4y plus 2z is equal to 6. Constant should be multiplied by 2, so it is 6. Then third equation should be written as it is. Then change the signs the third equation. All the elements on the LHS will be eliminated. All variables, x variable, y variable, z variable will be eliminated. It becomes 0. LHS becomes 0. RHS becomes 6 plus 1, 7. But it is not an identity. If it is 0 is equal to 0, it's an identity. Here it comes as 0 is equal to 7, which is impossible, which is not correct. Since 0 is not equal to 7, it is a contradiction. This also already we have learned in one example. 0 is not equal to 7, which is not possible. Which is not possible. 0 is equal to 7 is not possible. So it is a contradiction. If it is a contradiction, the system of equation has no solution. Once again, I am saying that, keep that in mind. If it comes 0 equal to 0, then it is an identity. The system of equation has infinitely many solutions. But if it comes as a contradiction, which is not correct, then the system of equation has no solution. Let us learn third subdivision in the second sum. Third subdivision in the second sum. Here it is given in different form. Y plus z by 4 is equal to z plus x by 3, which is equal to x plus y by 2. So it is not given as a proper linear equation, it is given as a 3 divisions. From this we have to frame 2 equations. By taking the first 2, we have to frame the first equation. By taking the second and third, we have to frame the second equation. So take the first, in step 1, take the 1 and first second. Y plus z by 4 is equal to z plus x by 3. Then cross multiply that, you know what is cross multiplication. This should be multiplied by 3 and this should be multiplied by 4. Then when you are multiplying by 3, both the terms should be multiplied by 3. Again and again I am saying that, if you are multiplying an algebraic expression by any constant, both the terms should be multiplied by that constant. Here 3 into y plus z, it becomes 3y plus 3z. And then z plus x should be multiplied by 4. Both these terms should be multiplied by 4, it becomes 4z plus 4x. Then change it into proper equation, x is there, so bring these two terms to the RHS. Always try to keep x in plus. So x is there, bring y and z to that side, then it is 4x. 3y is going to RHS from LHS, it is minus 3y, and 4z is already there in the RHS, so it is plus 4z. 3z is going to RHS, it changes in sign, minus 3z. When you are simplifying that, we get the first equation, 4x minus 3y plus z is equal to 0, which is the first equation. So by taking the first two terms, we have derived the first equation. Then come to the step 2, take the second and third one, equate them. Second is z plus x by 3 is equal to x plus y by 2. Here also we have to cross multiply them. That is, this term should be multiplied by 2 and this should be multiplied by 3. When you are multiplying this by 2, z plus x by 2, both the terms should be multiplied by 2. So 2z plus 2x. Then here x plus y should be multiplied by 3. That is 3x plus 3y. Then here also x is there in the RHS with plus sign. So bring these two terms to the RHS. Then it is 3x and plus 2x comes here, minus 2x. Plus 3y and then 2z which is coming that side, which is also minus 2x. That is equal to 0. On simplifying them, we get x plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 0. That is the second equation. So in the sum, the first equation and second equation are derived from the given equations. The third equation already it is given in the sum as x plus y plus z is equal to 27. So now we get three equations. To find the nature of the solution, we will eliminate them as these 12. Take the first and second equation, no changes was required because both the equations have y terms in the same coefficient. So first equation as it is given and second equation as it is given. Directly eliminate the y variable. We get 5x minus z is equal to 0. That is the fourth equation. Like the same in this pair we have eliminated y. So we have to take the next pair. The pair should be selected 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. So next pair I have selected 1 and 3. The first equation as it is, no change was required. Or the third equation, x plus y plus z is equal to 27. In the first step you eliminated y. So in this step also we have to eliminate y. So to change the y into 3y, I have multiplied the third equation by 3. 3x plus 3y plus 3z is equal to 81. How does that 81 comes? 27 into 3 which is equal to 81. Directly y will be eliminated. Add them up. 7x plus 4z is equal to 81. Now by doing this step 3 and step 4 we got the fourth and fifth equations. Let us eliminate them and find what is. So now in step 5 we are going to equate equation 4 and 5. Fourth equation should be multiplied by 4 because I have decided to eliminate variable z. In the fifth equation variable z is 4z, but in the fourth equation variable z is simply z, 1z. So to change it into 4z I have multiplied the fourth equation by 4. Fourth equation was 5x minus z is equal to 0. When we multiply that by 4 it becomes 20x minus 4z is equal to 0. Then z will be eliminated. 27x is equal to 81. Then we got x is equal to 81 by 27, x is equal to 3. We get a value for x. Then substitute the value of x is equal to 3 in the fourth equation. Thus we got what is the fourth equation? 5x minus z is equal to 0. So in the place of x we have to substitute 3. 5 into 3 minus z is equal to 0. 5 3s are 15 minus z is equal to 0. Minus z is equal to minus 15. Then z is equal to 15. We got the value of z. After getting the value of z, now we got two variables value, x is equal to 3 and z is equal to 15. Substitute both of these values in the equation third. What was equation third? X plus y plus z is equal to 27. So in the place of x 3, in the place of z 15, the equation is 3 plus y plus 15 is equal to 27. 3 plus 15 is 18. 18 plus y is equal to 27. Take the 18 to the RHS, it becomes minus. So y is equal to 27 minus 18. Y is equal to 9. In this sum, we got a correct value for x, y and z. How many values we got for x? We got only one value. For y we got only one value. And for z also we got only one value. All the variables have only one solution. If it is only one value arrives, then it is called as a unique solution. Unique means only one. So we got the value of x, y and z exactly as only one value. So the system of equation has unique solution. Once again, just recall what is nature of solution of an equation. If you are asked to find nature of solution of equation of a solution of an equation, what you have to do? Try to solve them as it is how we are solving the equations. And when we are solving them, three possibilities are there. One is if you get an identity 0 equal to 0, then it has an infinite number of solution. Second option is it will not be identity, but it comes in a contradiction. Contradiction means 0 is equal to 5 or 0 is equal to 1, which is not possible, will be coming. That is called as the contradiction. If contradiction is coming, then the system of equation has no solution. Or else the third one is if the system of equation has unique solution if all the variables have only one value as the answer. Hope that children you know how to find the nature of solution of a given linear equations. Dear students, hope that you understand how to solve the linear equations in three variables. I have explained so many sums. If you have doubts, go through the sums repeatedly, and to make you proper in understanding, you have to do the homework. Some extra sums which are not in your textbook are given as homework. Do the sums. The first two sums do with the clue given in the bracket. And third sum is a statement sum. Go through the statements carefully again and again. Already I told you that to do the statement sums easily, you have to go through the sum and you have to understand what is given, what is to be find out. After that, you have to frame the variables and equations and solve the sums. Must allot a separate note for algebra as a fair note. Do all the sums which are taught to you in that notebook, because it would not be taken when the regular classes are started in school. So everyone must allot a separate algebra note, copy down all the examples and exercise sums which are explained in the videos, and keep that as a proper fair note. You understand? For chapter 1 also, you allot a separate notebook and do the sums which are taught by that teacher. Okay, again and again I am saying that these chapters what are taken in the online classes won't be taken in your regular class. Keep that in mind and do. Thank you, children.